See the aristocrat pulling rabbits from his hat. I didn't know it would be bad. Sounds great until you do the math. And now people waking up, poking heads out of their stuff. What an expensive turtle shell. That's probably just as well because oh, I don't want to be the machine powered by material dream.
Good evening. Welcome to Best You, and make sure you like our Facebook page. You know, you can watch us on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. The link can be found on our Best You Facebook page. You can also subscribe to that channel so you'll get reminders. If you want to receive our bi-monthly blog, just send us an email at bestyouguru@yahoo.com. You can find previous blogs on bestyouguru.com. And let me say something. Best You does not offer miracle cures. We don't offer instant riches or the promises of riches. We are here to assist you in living your greatness. Living your greatness is not easy. We realize that. You know, there are no rule books, no pamphlets, no instruction guides on what it takes to live the greatness within you. Living as you is difficult because there has never been anyone like you. There is no one in the world like you and never has been. You are unique. Best You is here to help you to become resilient, so you can overcome those obstacles that will be put in your way. You can really live your dreams. You don't have to do things as you were taught. You really don't. There's more than one way to tie a shoe. There's more than one way to peel a banana. You know, there's really more than one way to live your life. You don't have to live your life as you were taught. Most likely, if you weren't listening to the authentic you were taught wrong. Because you have a purpose in life. You do. And the world needs you to live your purpose. You're born with a mission. And your mission is worthy of your life. You have a message within you. You need to share your message. The world needs to hear your message. If you were not taught to live your purpose, highlight your mission, share your message, you were taught wrong. The world is crying out for your greatness. The greatness within you. I ask each of you to find the calm within you and reveal your greatness. Now you can help us by donating between $7 and $10, and you can send that to Venmo at Robin-Shivery. That's Venmo at Robin-Shivery, or you can use PayPal and send it to bestyouguru@yahoo.com. We depend upon your support. Without you, our mission doesn't get completed. And we prefer this business model over our previous business model. COVID forced us to relook, to reanalyze how do we deliver our message, to share our message. And we prefer this. It's less expensive. You don't have to pay to attend a seminar. All we count on is you to send between $7 and $10 if we benefit you. We offer a website, email assistance. We have a YouTube channel. I'll even answer emails or even text me. We are here to assist you in living your greatness. Now, we had several questions from our series on financial therapy. And let me restate, the financial therapy series was not to tell you how to invest in stocks or give you a mutual fund pick or a stock pick or the best analysis, do I buy short? No, we were here to let you know that we can help make you rich. But everybody has a different definition of rich. Rich to me as being able to do what I want, where I want, when I want, as long as I want, with whom I want. And that is not the definition of some people. So I can help you, we can help you find your riches if you're living as the authentic you. But the financial therapy series was designed to help you find you, utilize the money as a tool, not as the end, but money is a tool. So I particularly avoided which stock to buy, which mutual fund to invest in, because that was not the purpose. Our topic tonight, standardize, socialized, sterilized, and hacked. You entered this world with a genetic blueprint, a purpose. You entered this world on a mission. Doubt me? Don't. One of your first missions was to walk. A baby is designed, it has a mission to walk. That's one of the first great missions as we enter this life. And when a baby starts to walk, it stumbles and it falls. And then what does it do next? It gets up and stumbles and falls. I know very few, in fact, I don't know any babies that just popped up and started walking. They stumble and they fall, and they get back up and walk again and try. Eventually, some become very, very good walkers, while a lot of us just kind of become adequate at it as we go through life. But what happens from childhood to adulthood? Adults, oftentimes when they fall, what happens? Too many of us stay down. And we respond with excuses or a reason to stay down. Somewhere between babyhood and adulthood, we lost the desire to complete the mission. Our childhood started with a beautifully designed genetic blueprint, a purpose, and then life. Life happens, and it happens hard. Life begins with that blueprint. Life hits us hard, and then something amazing happens. We are inundated with the Lobster Theory. And you ask, Harry, what in the heck is the Lobster Theory? Well, have you ever noticed that if you have a pot of water and it's full of lobsters, when one of the lobsters tries to crawl out of the pot and find a unique and different and exciting world, the rest of the lobsters pull that lobster right back into the water. As a child, we experience the same. The lobster effect is real. We try to live a life of uniqueness, but we're pulled back into the pot. We're pulled into that pot that society calls normal. Anger, fear, misinformation, all of these control us Anger when you tried to be you. When you tried to be the different one in the class or the different in your family. People become angry because that wasn't normal. Fear. Fear of negative reactions. Negative reactions to your truest self. Negative reactions to the person you were born to be. A child is told approximately no. A child is told no approximately 150,000 times. 150,000 times in the childhood. And is given less than 10,000 positive affirmations or yeses growing up. So automatically, we assume a negative influence on our life to try to pull us back into the pod of normalcy. Misinformation about who you are and what you can become. Another of the three. Fear, anger, misinformation, all control us. And why does everybody want to do that? Why would they want to control us? Well, the lobster theory is strong because it pulls us back to normalcy. Because everybody is supposed to be normal, right? And too many of us think we're different, just like everybody else. That lobster theory is strong. And as we experience life, another phenomenon takes place. The boiled frog theory. You say, Harry, what in the heck is the boiled frog theory? Well, it becomes a reality. Put frogs in a pot of water, light a fire under it, and slowly turn the fire higher. The frogs become accustomed to the water. Water's natural to frogs. But as you turn up the heat, the frogs stay there. And finally, the frogs die. That's normalcy. That's what happens to our uniqueness. After we succumb to the lobster theory, we stay in that water. And then we become boiled frogs.
Somebody's dinner.
Somebody's dinner. That was good, Robin. Somebody's dinner. We become boiled frogs. Somebody's dinner.
Thought it was lobster.
Or lobster. Most people die at 25 and aren't buried until they're 75. Benjamin Franklin said that. Most people die at 25 and aren't buried until 75. And you say, well, that's pretty grim, Harry. Oh, but you think that ends? No. It doesn't end with the lobster theory or the boiled frog theory. After we're standardized, socialized, and sterilized, we become hacked. It's not enough to be standardized, socialized, and sterilized. Now we got to conform to words, the right religion, the right beliefs, and the right behavior, and even our thoughts. That wasn't enough. Now we're being hacked. We are being hacked to become products. We are being manipulated and controlled so that our energies and our lives are used as products to enrich the lives of others. Facebook, Google, and other social platforms are using the results of that standardized, socialized, and sterilized process. And that makes it easy to be hacked. You have become the product. All of us have become the product of the data of normalcy. How many times a day do you check your phone? I think you'd be surprised at the answer. About once every 7 to 10 seconds, you check your phone. How many ads do you read while you're on social media? How long do you stay on those ads? What kind of ads do you look at? How many emails do you receive? What type of emails are they? Which ones do you read? Which ones do you automatically delete? That is all known by those controlling the hacking process. You don't think you check your phone that often? You don't think the phone has become such a main part of your life? Try having conversations today with somebody with a phone in their hand, and you'll find yourself repeating it. People will look at their phone more often than they look at you when having conversations. And then you wind up having to repeat your thoughts over and over again. That phone is hacking not only you, but your relationships with people. What you click on your iPad, what you click on your computer, what you click on your phone is all being recorded. Which social post do you read? How often do you read that type? How long do you read that type? What clothes you wear? What food you eat? What food do you dislike? People you like, people you don't like, people you blocked. Your sexual preference. Are you trisexual? Are you bisexual? Are you heterosexual? By the way, trisexual means you'll try anything once. All this is known. It's data. It's known and it's manipulated. What will you like in the future? You don't know, but they do. They are programming you to like certain things. They guide you to like what you want or dislike what you don't. Who you will vote for is being manipulated as we speak today. Don't think so? Check again. Open your eyes. Look around. Ooh, that's the problem. We rarely look up. We are not aware what is obvious. We are not aware what's around us because we have been hacked to look at what they're telling us to look at. We are addicted to social media, and we have become cattle being served up as a meal to a select few. We graze on the selected information they feed us, and they lead us to slaughter, the slaughter of our own free will, the slaughter of your unique greatness. Entertain us, and we will refuse to become educated. Entertain us, and we will refuse to be educated. Entertain us, and we become yours. I ask you this. Look at it. Watch any politician. Listen to their speeches. Listen to all the people getting excited about the performer on stage. That's entertainment. Then take their speech and read it on paper. And then you should question yourself, why were you so excited? Because their words are empty. Because we are selling our lives for entertainment. Tell me what I want to hear. They'll feed it to you. Let me believe that my world is me. They give it to you. Control me so I believe I am in control. They give it to you. Progress has cost us our individual greatness, our purpose, our mission. Don't believe me? Do you really believe you have avoided this nightmare? Do you really believe you are your own person? Do you really believe they haven't controlled you to believe that you're in control? The proof of your hacking is all around. It's everywhere. Why don't you see it? Because you're too busy being entertained. Entertainment is seductive, and we like to be seduced. If you don't believe me, there is a new documentary called The Social Dilemma. I'll repeat that. I ask everybody to watch The Social Dilemma. And I want to thank Jordan and Marley for turning me on to that documentary. And if it doesn't scare the hell out of you, you have been seduced past a point of any return. There is hope. There is. But it must come from you. It is within you. It has been there waiting for you. The authentic you is waiting for the modern you to reach out and to lift up the hope. You must live as the authentic you and not the socialized, standardized, and sterilized version that has been hacked to serve the purpose of others. We weren't meant to be cattle led to slaughter. You were meant to live your life as you. You had a genetic blueprint to begin with. You have inherited greatness. You weren't meant for grazing on someone else's information. So now what will you do? The majority will do nothing. But I hope you prove me wrong. Prove me wrong and stop being the product. Let the world remember you, the you that you were meant to be. Let the world remember the greatness of you. And don't let them remember you as just a product. We at Best You maintain a position of not having any sponsors. And there's a big reason for that. I don't want to be swayed by someone paying for time on our programs. So we depend upon your donations. So please send between $7 and $10 to Venmo at Robin-Shivery, or you can use PayPal at bestyouguru@yahoo.com. We depend upon you to help us continue this mission. And any business we recommend is because we believe in that business. I have lived in many cities. I've lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma, born and raised, and I am a proud Okie. Lived in Corpus Christi, Texas. I graduated high school in Corpus Christi, Texas. I've lived in Memphis, Tennessee, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Illinois, Jacksonville, Florida. Duval. And Loveland, Colorado. I've lived many places. And upon my passing, I don't want a memorial service. I don't want people figuring out how to travel from foreign countries all over this country to make a certain date to attend a memorial service. But I do want people to remember me. And I do want people to remember my work. I want people to remember my life and what I stood for and what I did. I want to make a difference. And I want to be remembered for that difference I made. Right, wrong, or indifferent, my life has served a purpose. So what is the answer? What if I don't want a memorial service at a particular time, at a particular location, and interrupting people's lives? Well, to me, the way I want to be remembered, and I consider one of the best ways, is ultimate tributes. I ask everyone to go to this website, ultimatetributes.com. Let me repeat, ultimatetributes.com. This company was started by a gentleman named Mark Mercer And during the age of COVID, when we shouldn't be all together at one place, packed in crowded places, I think it's a great way to have a memorial service. And I think it's a perfect way to remember people. 20 years ago, my son passed. And the way I remember him in a memorial service is ultimatetributes.com. For me, this is how I want to be remembered. I don't want people traveling from around the world to attend a memorial service and listen to some person up there trying to save their souls or convince them of a certain type of ideology. I want it to be about me and what I stood for. I want people to celebrate my life from anywhere they desire, any time they desire, any way they desire, in an outfit they desire. I don't want people having to drive to a cemetery just to view my site or look at what I did. People can remember me after I'm gone at ultimatetributes.com. I want everybody watching to visit that website. Mark started this many years ago, many decades ago. In fact, he is a pioneer in this industry. And why more people don't use him, I don't understand. I want the word to get out there because in this age of COVID, it's the perfect way to have a memorial service. And you can write your own obituary or your own remembrance to this person.
That's cool.
You know, if you didn't like the person, write it on there. But if you liked them, you admired them, they added to your life, put it there. The best way to remember someone is in your own words. If they did something to you, let the world know how this person impacted your life. That is available on Mark's service. I can't think of a better way in this age and time to celebrate the life of someone you cared about than ultimatetributes.com. Now, Mark started this decades ago. He was way ahead of his time. But today, I can't see a better way that we can celebrate the lives of one another and remember. And in fact, if you wonder what happened to somebody, check them out there first. They may be there. Find out how they lived their lives. And that high school friend that was the one that everybody liked, respected, see if their life was spent like that. There's a better way than memorial services. So I ask you to visit ultimatetributes.com. So go to his website, and we thank you for watching tonight. But most importantly, understand our discussions are meant to improve your life. We are here to allow you to witness your own greatness. Our next discussion is scheduled for October 20th at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Email us at bestyouguru@yahoo.com. We ask that you remember who you once wanted to become, because your truth never left you.
So before we go away tonight, I just wanted to say happy birthday to this man. Happy birthday, Eve.
Thank you.
You give a lot to everybody, Harry, and I just want to throw that in tonight. And also, he'll be really thrilled when he sees this and sees that I never took off the special effects, but that's because it's his birthday. We're going to party like it's his birthday. So, I did want to go out by reading something that a dear friend of ours posted on her Facebook page that resonated with me, that goes right along with what you were saying tonight. It goes, years ago, I had become a master at my winning formula, and it colored everything I thought, said, and did. It was the contact lens I saw the world through, so close that I didn't even realize it was there. I had conditioned myself, or to use Don McGill's phrase, I had domesticated myself. Essentially, I had tamed myself to always respond with humor, ultimately crafting my persona. But what did it cost me? It cost me my heart, my authenticity, my vulnerability. It cost me my intimacy. It cost me the fact that my true voice had never been heard, because I had never trusted that it would be enough. My contact lenses had been so finely polished that my ego, self-worth, and self-esteem depended on whether or not someone laughed in my presence. And here's the rub. I used that very fact to offset my behavior when I was harsh, reactive, insensitive, or impatient. I rationalized in my mind that since I made so many people laugh, smile, or feel good over the course of the day, that it more than offset my unattractive behaviors. But deep down, I felt brokenhearted, isolated, and afraid to express my most authentic self. And so it was necessary to recraft my vision of the world as I saw my life unfolding over the next few years, essentially emotionally deconstructing and then reconstructing myself. An invented life, the American scholar and teacher Warren Bennis wrote, "I believe in self-invention. I have to believe in it. To be authentic is to literally be your own author, to discover your native energies and desires and find your way of acting on them." As I read those words, I knew in my heart it was time to rebirth and change my winning formula. And that phrase, to be authentic, is to be literally your own author, had just given me the permission I craved. I needed to come back to my core, my heart, my truth, and step into what Bennis referred to as my native energies or desires, or my most vulnerable self. Namaste.
Namaste.